Okay, we're gonna talk to you about cleaning the pond filter. So the first thing you wanna do is turn off this pond pump. It's the bottom switch. If they're both to the right, it means they're off. If they're both to the left, it means they're on. You want both of those off. We turn off the waterfall at night just to kind of let the filter work extra hard overnight, clear up the pond a little bit better, and then run the waterfall during the day, but you can do it as much as you want. Make sure it's turned off, and then we'll clean out the filter. Okay, so we're outside. First thing you want to do is you're going to see this fishing line. Just take it off. Again, we use that to keep the blue heron out. And you're going to have to figure out something else to keep these ducks out, because we have yet to figure that out, and they're causing havoc this year. Just set that aside. I'm going to show you what the ducks do. They're really cute. They fly in and knock down the cattails, so we've had to pull them out. If you ever need to pull these out, try not to fall in the pond. Just grab it near the bottom. Pull firmly. It's gonna come right out. Okay, so you would just want to pull the fencing back. Okay, hook it on a rock at the bottom. Get on your icky gloves. Come in. And it's going to be covered in debris. We just pop the little clap, pull it off, set it aside. Same over here. You can see the gunk in there. That means it's dirty, it needs to be changed. That's John with the dumpster. Pull those out. You never use them. And the way you get this sucker out, you've got 4 clips. Just pull back. All 4. Okay. This keeps the water in. Here's the drain. Pull it up. Let the sucker drain out completely. You can move around the foliage, make sure it goes off to the side so you're not floating the rocks over there. And then what you're going to do, this is why you want icky gloves, you're going to see these little clips push in. You can see it's kind of falling down in there. So when you have this sucker on, you want those clips over the edge, and you want to clean it, just pop them below. That is fish poo. It's really great fertilizer. Do that for all these. Put on your bug spray. They're around me. Then what you're going to do is lift this. Finish popping these down. So you want to unhook both sides. Then you'll be able to lift up this cover. Let it drain completely of water. Because otherwise these are big sponges under here that actually filter the water, but they're also heavy when they're wet. So let everything drain out. Get both clips so they're down underneath the plastic rim. And then we'll pull it off. Okay, so I got the lid off. You'll see these sponges. Those are blue. On the left, the sponge. It's actually blue, green. This one's blue, like a light green. Can't even tell. This is orange. You're going to see a couple of worms. That's actually really good fertilizer for the grass. You pull all these out, put them in the lawn, and we're going to hose them down. Okay. So what I do, set them in the grass. You can see they look orange. Pull them off. The better you can do, the better your pond is going to be. Let's go, let's stuff on the ground. After you're done, soak it in there really well. The grass is thick enough, it'll soak it up. And I just add a straight fertilizer. When you're done, this is the middle one. It should look nice and clean like that. Let them dry off in the grass. Clean off that case. And then we'll put it all back together. Okay, so we hosed them all out. You want the blue-green ones to go on the left towards the pond, orange ones to the right, light green in the middle. And if you look closely, it makes sense because the holes on these sponges are larger, meaning they're going to capture the larger objects, have the smaller ones funnel through, get caught in those before it cycles through and puts water back in the pond. So the hardest part is taking the lid, particularly one-handed. It's kind of like a puzzle. So you take the lid, put it back on here. You'll get better at this with practice. I have to stop because I'll need 2 hands. But you want to pop these through, pull them up, get those 2 tabs on either side of these, and then we'll be able to turn it back on. Okay, so we got that back in there. Again, make sure both the tabs on either side are hooked. Okay, so it holds it. It holds the sponge up off the bottom, and then actually lets water flow underneath those sponges and starts soaking up the solids. Make sure you clasp all 4. Then, this is really important, this, you lifted it up to let all the water come out. Make sure you push that back down. Otherwise, as soon as you turn it on, you're gonna see water coming up through here and it'll go right back out into the yard. Okay, so we're gonna turn on that pond pump. I just turned it on. Wait to turn on the waterfall as soon as you make sure everything's okay out here. So what you wanna do, you're going to see water coming out down there. But back here, show you how it works. You can see it's filling up with water. And it's going to start spilling over into here and going back down into the pond right there. The only thing you want to make sure of is number 1, you're not leaking water there. And number 2, you want to make sure this, well, I think that's what's called a cup link. I don't know what this thing is called. As soon as the water is going in the pond, make sure that's not leaking. If it's not, we're good to go. Just take the covers, pop them back on, and you're good.